Welcome to my channel, Comic Book Noise, as we talk about my comic book company, Digital Noise, as we explain characters and storylines of the Digital Noise universe. Remember from the last video that I created, I stated that my Comic Book Noise channel is going to take a new direction going forward, and today is the first step of doing so. Today, I've created a subject under Comic Book Noise called Heroic Health. The reason why I created Heroic Health, I've been practicing health practices since I was, 13. I started becoming health conscious. But at the same time, I was an artist at heart, so I really didn't play any organized sports or anything, but I've always was interested in exercise and health and personal extreme sports. You know, going through life as an artist, you know, it's very sedentary where you just sit and it's very inactive and you create things from the mind. Like I always exercise my mind with imaginations, creating things and drawings and things like that. But I always had another side of me too that was very physical and always thought about health. I never was perfect with it growing up, but I've always had a self-consciousness about eating more healthy, doing a little bit of exercise, doing some physical things, but I was more into my drawing and art, and it kind of overshadowed the physical side of myself. So for so many years, I drew as a kid. Like I remember being a young kid, just staying in my room around 13 and 14 during a detrimental age where you should go out and explore and play with other kids or people. I stayed recluse in a room, just drawing and listening to music, which enhanced other talents that I've had, but I never really expounded on my physical prowess as a talent, as a physical talent. But I've always had a consciousness of health, of trying to eat right, and, you know, with sugar have always been my vice, and, you know, but growing up and growing more into an adult, you know, I slowly started thinking like the average person. I never really was a heavy drinker, never really sweated, never smoked or anything like that. Or strongly used drugs or anything like that growing up. But I've had my share of unhealthy habits just here and there. And it got me to thinking about health and how I take care of myself, because lately, and especially just through my adulthood as an artist, I've seen so many creative beings through my existence die before their time, or I've seen a lot of legends that could have lived longer. But the idea of life and death is to live as healthy as you can and live as good as you can and feel well as you can until death. You don't want to suffer during the process of life and death, and which is a natural thing with all humans or all living beings on this earth. But yeah, I think we all know and love the creators that have passed, and we knew that they were ill for a very long time. A lot of them didn't even have insurance to take care of themselves, and during the end of their lives, and it just, you know, as a creator, you're so much in your head creating, you just think about, you know, your art and what you are as an artist and what you're expressing, instead of taking care of the temple of the creativity and the vessel that the creativity is coming from. So, you know, as for myself, I've always thought of my body as a temple, and for me, health is wealth, and it always has been. You know, you can be a billionaire and unhealthy and have a miserable life, or, you know, I'd rather be someone who's extra healthy, happy, and living in life, and maybe not as financially struggling. You know, it's great to be both. Like, I love, you know, taking care of myself and having wealth or you know, having money. But to pick out of the two, I would rather have health and a good, happy life. And this is what, you know, money can't buy, is wealth. I mean, it's health and happiness. And that to me is the true essence of life. And so I thought I would create a segment of this channel called Heroic Health. You know, because that's one of the main reasons why I got invested into comic books, and also how comic books influenced me to go to the gym, because they were great role models of what I thought what physical health looked like, just starting at an age when I guess I was 9 or so, or going, you know, 9, 10, when I started looking at comic books and looking at the actual physical prowess or the physicality of the image of the heroes, and they can do super heroic things and impossible feats no other humans can do. And I wanted to kind of emulate that. So me as an artist, I would love to draw the characters as well as try to embody the characters, and, you know, just have my imagination of being one of those heroes. So as I drew the bodies of the figures that I was influenced by, from comic book heroes, from the Hulk to Captain America to Superman, and all of that, with their physical bodies were just perfect. I thought perfect human species of what a perfect human species should look like. And I wanted to try to emulate that. So I started working out strongly, especially when I turned, I guess, 17. I started working out in gyms. That was my first introduction to gyms, and I started working out and taking care of myself on a physical form, and you know, just building muscles, and started to look at symmetry and balance, started looking at magazines and everything and stuff to work out, and, you know, just try to look like and embody the superheroes in the comic books. And I think that's a good role to follow, you know, as an introduction to health. I really didn't think about the inside so much of health, but now as I'm older, much older, now you have to think about the inside of your health. The inside, instead of just the physical, of what a healthy body should be. That depends on what you eat. That depends on when you eat, how you eat, and how you think about food. That's one of the most important ingredients to health, is what you intake in your body and your lifestyle of taking care of yourself. Also, mental health is very important. And I believe myself that food is a link to mental health as well. I mean, those will be some of the subjects that I will expound upon in the subjects going forward in future videos on heroic health. Will help and hopefully influence a lot of other creative people out there to get inspired, from me at least, to think about their health as they're working out. Because as you're drawing, your body is lacking the attention it needs. Because if you're just sitting down drawing and creating all the time, you're kind of neglecting your body, because your body needs to be physically active to work up his health and to keep up your health. And we have to remember our body is our vessels to express our creativity. So we need to take care of both of our bodies as well as our creativity to be the best it can be. What I'll show in this segment, not this segment per se, but what I will show under heroic health is my exercise routine, things I've learned for health issues. You gotta think about blood pressure, you gotta think about sugar levels, you gotta think about heart, you gotta think about your kidneys, you gotta think about a lot of these things that is very pertinent to health and very pertinent to feeling good and well as we exist on this beautiful dimension that we live in. This is, I guess, the first in the comic book realm of connecting health with comic book creativity. And this is something new I'm putting together. It's the first ingredient of a recipe that I'm discovering myself. You will see future videos on, like I said again, I will focus on physical health, like routines and things that I do at the gym and things I've done at the gym. I will focus on diet and exercise. I will also talk about, making your mental healthy as well as possible. And, things that we'll discover together on our superheroic health journey. Let's strive to be heroic in health. So that's all I have today. Stay happy, stay healthy, and take care.